Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Hey, you guys. Well, as you can see, I decided to pick out a few of my plants that were either kind of stressed indoors and needed to be brought out, or some I was willing to sacrifice. For instance, this pineapple ground cherry, I've said for the past few weeks it doesn't look that good. I brought out, I know the collards and the cabbage will survive out here. I brought out my tomato plants, not all of them, but I brought out most of them, with the exception of my smaller ones. But these big ones, they're ready. It's no doubt in my mind, even with the windows open, and as you can see, I have water everywhere in here. That's because it rained again, as you can see. Nothing puddled this time because it didn't rain as hard, but I forgot to close the windows last night and the rain came in through the windows. I didn't see any leaks. Not to say that that's not possible, but even if there's a leak, I don't care about a leak. I just don't want to collapse. Okay, this bucket that I filled with water has a hole in it, and so I'm gonna have to hurry up and get these watered before the water runs out of the bucket. So let me set up the camera and get these bad boys watered, because some of them are thirsty, okay? And while I'm doing that, I'll let you know what's next for these bad boys. Hey, y'all. Okay, I want them to get a good water out here. Very good water. And the ones in the cups, all I have to do, and look at these roots, y'all. See? So they're ready. They are ready to be put into their permanent spot for the summer, for sure. This peanut plant, I brought two of those out because if something happened to these two, then my sister and I would still have two apiece. Remember, I had a 100% germination rate. It's moist, but peanuts require a lot of water anyway. That I know from past experience. This red currant is drooped simply because it's dry. Actually, there's a lot of water at the bottom of this, so it's getting water, but I still need to get the top water, and I need to get these transplanted. Okay, this should help because it's sure enough flopping. Now this one I know needs water, and there's no roots coming out the bottom. I loaded it since it's outside. You know, we may get some more frost. Our last frost date is May the 16th or May the 15th. But I looked at our 30-day weather forecast, and it's only getting ready to get warmer, and our lows at night are only going to be like in the 60s. I said, okay, I can get going now. Not to say a frost might not sneak up on us. That has happened before. Look at this one. The roots are searching for water. So let me put this water in here. This is the yellow moon tomatoes. And then we've got our two big red cherries over here. And then I will be done. Oh, no, I'm not. I still have to water the cabbage, the cabbage, the greens, and the pineapple ground cherry. And I'm giving them more water than I would normally give them indoors because they're out now. I want them to have the best chance possible. Okay, so the rest of that water is going to leak out. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? Okay, I set this table up just to hold the plants. What's next on the agenda is I'm gonna see how the plants do tonight I don't want to stress them, and just in case today's coming outdoors stresses them a little bit, I know they won't die, but they might stress because they've only been hardened a little bit. Let me go get my chair, because y'all, my back is not my back, it's my hips. Dang, when you get old, I'll be 60 in less than 2 months, or less than 3 months rather, and I'm feeling it. Okay, whew, right in the water at that. This is my little seat for in here, and I do have a chair, but I have it in my living room right now because I've been on the front porch. Whew. So I strategically placed chairs. Okay, so I'm sitting here on the mushroom. Okay, so what's next out here? I'm gonna let these sit overnight and acclimate. I'm gonna come out at about 8:30 tonight before it gets dark, and I'm gonna close up the windows. First of all, Raquel, the squirrel, I caught her today right behind the greenhouse, right at the asparagus plants. That lets me know, so I'm gonna walk around there before we get off so I can check them to see if Raquel has eaten that one that's ready, and I'm gonna pluck it. I'm plucking that one that's ready. The ones that are on their way up aren't ready yet, but I don't want her to smell or see or even think about it. And then she was kind of snooping. Then she jumped up on the fence and she was like snooping around the greenhouse at the back. I was like, okay, I already know what she's up to. So in the summer, it's gonna be horrendous, because with that little greenhouse, I would have to get up at no later than 7 in the morning, and I would have to come and open it up. And when I would come and open it up at 7 in the morning, and why am I talking so loud? Sorry, y'all. But when I would get up early in the morning at 7 to come open the greenhouse, I would come in, look at the thermometer, and it would already be 120 degrees in here. And those plants would be slooped. You could tell that they were overheated. So I would water them in the morning and then open the greenhouse up. And see, my windows were up. See, the second tier, they were up high, so I did not even have to be concerned about an animal. But these windows are on the first tier. A squirrel could easily tear through that cheap mesh and get up in here. So I'm praying, and I'm gonna use my brain a little bit to find out what I can do to offset that. Because if a squirrel looks through and see that food near, he's coming in. So and I dare not open the doors because I don't even have windows in the door. So, whew, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I might have to get some that wire mesh that I found, that I said that I'm happy I had found. I might have to go at Home Depot and get some stronger mesh and tack it on. I saw one greenhouse online where they tacked some thin wood around the window part and they stapled it on. I might can glue it on. And then they put the hard wire mesh over their greenhouse window. So that would keep a squirrel out, but I would have to be very careful doing it. And you can't really let the windows up halfway because there's no catch, there's no lever to do that. So I'm gonna have to come up with a solution here, because those plants are gonna smell and the squirrels are going to smell them and they're gonna be trying to get in. Even a groundhog could try to get in. So I don't wanna take any chances whatsoever. So y'all give me y'all ideas, but I'm gonna have to do something. Then I thought maybe I could just leave the window unlatched and the window would be covered, and then the wind, would still get in here. Then my other thought was this fan right here. That's a fan I found in my closet in the spare bedroom that I'm currently getting ready to clean out. That fan, I do have electric outside. I can run an extension cord, make sure that no parts of it is caught in the rain in case it rains, and just run the fan in here. It's gonna run my electric bill up, but that's a thought. Run the fan and don't open the windows at all, unless I'm in the greenhouse, which I would have to do because I'm not gonna burn up either. So perhaps that's another solution, because I will be doing a lot in the greenhouse. My old one, I was always in the greenhouse doing something, always. throughout the day. Even I don't care how hot it was, if I didn't have something else going on, I was always in the greenhouse during thunderstorms and everything else. So while I'm in here, yes, the windows will be open, but if I'm not in, or if I'm leaving the house or whatever, they're going to have to be closed. So maybe perhaps, you know, it did okay overnight with the windows closed. It's just I had to get up extra early to come and open the windows. So perhaps I can get up extra early, come open the windows, turn on the fan, cool it off. Then if I'm leaving, well, no, not even if I'm leaving, if I'm anywhere out of sight of the greenhouse, I'll just close the windows and leave the fan running, and that will at least circulate some air up in here. That's the only thing, that's the only complaint I have about this greenhouse, them putting the windows down low. I do not understand that. Perhaps there's a method to that, but if they had put the windows up higher, that would have been perfect. Then I wouldn't even have a concern at all, but right now I do. So I better get it solved real quick. And then of course I'm putting my own door on. I'm gonna be framing it along those 2 blank poles that are blank at the top. That's where I'm gonna be doing my framing, and then the frame will connect to the upper part, and then I'm gonna be putting my own door in. So maybe if I buy that plywood, I can have the Home Depot people to cut a square in that door, just so that I could hinge that, take the, you know, the part that they cut out, put a hinge, and just have me a little flap door. That's another thought. Believe me, I'm gonna be doing some praying. Okay, so back to, because I done wasted, what, 7 minutes brainstorming out loud. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let these plants stay in overnight to kind of acclimate to the greenhouse. They're gonna get sun tomorrow. It's cloudy today, so this is the perfect day. They'll harden off on their own. I'm not worried about them dying overnight, because it's just too warm in here for that to happen. It's warmer in here than it is outdoors, and right now it's 77 degrees. And it's supposed to be in the 80s, high upper 70s to the low to mid 80s for the next, I don't know how many days. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain again. Okay, but anyway, so I'm gonna let them just be still overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna come back out here after I get up, and I will be getting those plants potted in crates. So I have crates already ready. What I'm gonna do is pour the soil that's already in the crate into the wagon. Then I'm gonna add some of that good soil from that middle garden table over there. That'll be enough to get these planted. And then I'll add some of the compost, of course, to the soil. It's not gonna be straight. In fact, I have to find something else to put that compost in. I might fill that bucket, because I need to clear a pot for my peppers. A couple of pots, actually, for the peppers that I'm going to be putting in pots. The other thing, let's see, because I can't, you know, I'm not going to plant in straight compost. Some people do, but I use compost for amendments. And this is enough compost to last me a few years. When I found out that the dirt was gone there at the place when I went the other day, oh, I can use that tub too. I got a few empty, you know, tubs and stuff I can use to put some of this compost. Okay, so then I always amend my soil in the wagon with my regular fertilizers, which I did bring in here, worm castings, perlite, all that. And then if it's something specific, for instance, those tomatoes, I have some tomato fertilizer for tomatoes by themselves. So I will add some tomato fertilizer once I get the tomato potted, or I'm getting ready to pot it. I will, once the dirt is in the crate, then I will add a little of the tomato fertilizer for the tomato itself, and then I will plant the tomatoes out. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually have 7 tomatoes to plant out. And then that's that beefsteak right there. That's the sacrificial seedling. So it's done good in the house, but it needs to, you know, come along a little more. So I may take it out of that grow bag and put it into a crate. That's another thought too. Okay, so I've talked enough in here. So here I am in the greenhouse. Ooh, I can't wait to get it straightened out, which I will. I will start on that after I get the you know, the wood and get everything tightened up on Friday and Saturday. Probably next Sunday, I will start getting the greenhouse assembled and set up the way that I plan to have it set up. It'll look a lot better after that. Right now, it looks like a big, huge mess in here. But once I bring my shelf back in, which is in that seed room, that table that's in the seed room is coming in, then I have to stack the crates to build my other table. All that's going to be on this side of the greenhouse, and then the rest of it, the sky is the limit. And let's see, I think I'm gonna go to my store and get some more crates. I think I need about 10 more. Yep. But I'm gonna make that table that I had last year, it was a lot higher. This year I'm gonna make it a little lower. You know, I don't mind bending a little bit because it's just gonna be for things to set on, and it's gonna be a seedling table later, and it's gonna be right there in the middle. So with it being lower now, that's fine. And then next year when I get ready to start my seedlings in here, which I think I'm gonna do, then I will raise that table up. All I have to do is just put another crate there to raise it up to where I can stand and work. But I can always sit and work with it down lower. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I might just leave it down lower. Okay, y'all, let's check the asparagus. Wait, let me go on and close this door because I don't trust that squirrel at all. He's probably in the tree in his little nest looking right at me, thinking, ooh, wait till she walk away from that structure there. I'm gonna get her. And I'm gonna close well, actually, I'm gonna leave the windows open for now. Although, they're gonna get closed later. Because I'm gonna be watching this for the rest of the evening anyway. Okay, let's walk over to the asparagus. Well, once I put that nitrogen grass clippings up in here, look at how that garlic just took off. One more month, y'all. Well, a month and a few days. June is harvest time, so I'll test one. Ooh, and I gotta show y'all. We're gonna go up front too, because I got to show y'all how I almost messed up my potatoes. Okay, the asparagus. Whew. I need to water it because it's kind of leggy. Okay, the squirrel didn't bother it. That one right there is not ready. But guess what? These two, I'm picking them because I don't want the squirrel to get none of it. They may not be all the way ready. And I've got more coming up. There's a whole bunch right there. Okay, first harvest of the year. I don't want that squirrel touching nothing. And then these big ones, they're coming up slowly but surely. Okay. So far, no squirrels. Let's look at the keyhole garden. Because when I show y'all what happened with my potatoes up front, ooh, look at there. I was telling my sister yesterday, I was like, Sherry, I was like, that blueberry bush that you bought me last year, this was a little twig. I ain't lying. It was one stick twig. It looked like this right here. That's what it looked like. I stuck that thing in there. Look at it, y'all. Blooms. Blooms on the blueberry. And then that raspberry is looking good. That's the arugula right there. Okay, so the potatoes, I don't think ooh, I got, is that a plant? No, that's a weed, okay. Pull that up. I don't think I healed these too high, but I'm still going to pull just a little bit. What I found out in the front, I was like, my potatoes should have started coming up by now. I should be seeing something. Y'all, the hay had gotten so heavy from the rain, because y'all know April showers, that the potatoes could not come up. They were just about ready to die, y'all. In fact, I'm still hoping that they aren't, okay, these, see, and this is wet too. So I gotta be very careful. So I'm gonna come out here and work some more. I had to remove a lot of that hay in the front. So I'm gonna show y'all that. We're gonna take a shortcut through the house first. And it looks as if we're gonna be on here for a minute because I still have to show y'all the front and the side. And since we're going through the house, I may as well do Whoop, whoop, whoop. Seed alert. Okay, my lilac tree is flowered now. Let's see, it's not finished, but this is how it looks. It didn't get as full that it normally gets, but I'm just thankful that it bloomed. It'll get fuller each year because, like I said, I cut it to the nub last year. And then remember that frost hit just as this thing bloomed, so it killed off a lot of them. But I think it's pretty. And since we're over here, I mulched this on today. Still have weeds to pull. I went on and mulched that little bed. Where the rose bush is, that's where I'm gonna put the one of the cherry tomatoes right there. My mint came back. I didn't show y'all that. I got peppermint and spearmint in here. And my horseradish came back. Okay. And I got me some dollar store garbage bags to get started on this closet tomorrow. But, oh, and I meant to show y'all yesterday how this chair works. Y'all probably already know, but hey. So it starts off, this is the lift part. See how it lifts? It'll lift you straight up, okay, to where you're standing. And then you let it back. And then if I want to lay it into a bed, see how the bottom comes out? And it will go all the way back straight. I love this chair. And it really came in handy when I had my surgery, because they brought it like a month before my surgery, after I had that ostomy surgery. When I say it, that thing saved my life. I could get up out of the bed. I didn't have to stay in bed all day. And that chair did the work for me. So I didn't have any pain. Okay, so we got a tomato right there too that is gonna go out later. Ooh, and I need to water these. And then tomorrow my lettuce will go out. I just didn't bother with it on today. Ooh, oh my God. Wait a minute. The lettuce that I done almost killed 5,000 times. Look at it. And I know it's wrong. It needs some water. And let me cut this heat mat off. It got too hot. Okay, the seed alert is that other white okra came up overnight. So I have a white okra and the mystery seedling in there. So I had 100% success with all the white okra, every one I planted, as well as the jambalaya. Okay. Oh, and I got a little finger eggplant. I think I told y'all about that on yesterday. Let me go on and give him just a drop. Oh, 2 of them. I got 2 of them. Good. I see a new one. Okay, so that's your seed alert for today. My crowder peas and green beans still have not come up in the table. And I'm thinking, what's up with that? Okay, this lettuce, it'll come back. I should have went on and took that out. I'm going to see if this watering helps it in an hour. And if it's still wilted like that and stressed, then I will remove it and plant it in a cup and take it on out. Okay. Now, clean my couch today, y'all. This is that chair I was telling you about. This is a chair that I normally keep in the greenhouse, but because of the front yard, I just went on and excuse my kitchen, y'all. Okay, I wanted to put that asparagus down, and it is hot up in here. Let me cut my fan on. Whew. I got the ceiling fan on. There we go. Whew. Okay, now I got a surprise for y'all after I show y'all the nightmare with the potatoes. As you can see, I moved all the hay over to the side there because I was like, my potatoes should be up by now or at something, you know. So I started moving the hay back, and I found all this wet, heavy hay and leaves. There's one of the potatoes right there. See it? So it's growing, but it can't get through, but it looked like the potato was trying to rot. And the rest of them looked like that too. So I took some of that hay off of it. I'll wait until it makes a plant, and then I will proceed to hill. I think I had too much hay there. Okay, so now over here, that's where I mulch this little area. And there's the hostas. Renee, you like hostas just like my sister. I hate them, but I have to admit they are pretty right there. Duh. I just don't like them. Okay, then I mulched this, and I know it looks bad, but my perennials are coming back. I got my coral bell. I don't know what that is. I don't know what those are. They're there. That is that peony. And remember, I told y'all, I was like, it's not coming back. That thing shot up. And I specifically, remember I said I thought it had died? I specifically planted it in that spot to cover that white thing. So this year it won't do it, but as it grows and spread, and I'm gonna get another one to put on the opposite side of it, as it grows and spreads and everything, it's gonna eventually block out that white thing. My elderberry bush looks really healthy and it's growing already. Starting to run along the house, and my second elderberry has come along as well. Let's look at the peas, and then we're gonna be ready to end this. Peas are doing good, and I told y'all I'm gonna move these. Actually, I need to move them, and then I might put a ground cherry in there, because squirrels like ground cherries, and that will keep him occupied. Because I have so many extras, I might stick one in there, because I had one in there the year before last, and the squirrels loved them, and they didn't bother the other ones. So that might be a good strategic. And look at this, you wouldn't even think I cut the grass, y'all. Okay, and I still have 3 mulches left over. This is my surprise. First of all, this is grapevine number 1. I think this is muscadine, and I think the other variety right here that has come back is it's either the purple or the green ones. I know they're seedless. So this one, I don't know what it's gonna do, because remember I was saying they're dead, but I think this one's gonna come back too. But this was the surprise, y'all. I was going this weekend to buy some new grapevines. This one didn't come to life. So I'm just being impatient, because it is coming to life. So my grapevines did survive, but I still think I'm gonna buy one more. I'm gonna go online and see if I can find a Chardonnay grapevine, and it's another one. What's that other wine? It's another wine that you can make from the grapes. But there is a Chardonnay variety of grapes. I just want something different other than the mess that our box stores sell here in Michigan. And I can see already something that dug a hole underneath the mulch. Well, as long as they don't go over there where the potatoes are. And so that's that side again. So that's it. Okay, so let's go on back in this house. I'm tired after doing that little bit of work that I did. Okay, so that's it for today. And we're at 28 minutes, so that is perfect. So I'm gonna sit here and rest a little bit, then I'm gonna go back there. I left those windows open on purpose because I want to see if that squirrel comes around. If he doesn't, then maybe he might have been just passing through. And since I got that asparagus that was ready, he really has no reason to come back unless he just decides to come snooping. Or he can smell those tomatoes, because they are strong. They had my whole room smelling like garden. Oh, so if those tomatoes and other plants that I put in the greenhouse survive, I get them planted, I'm gonna wait another night. So Wednesday, if they're still doing good and thriving, guess what? The rest of them are going out, because I can fit them all on the long table, or most of them. I'll take them all out, and then even the trays, they should be okay. So that will harden them off, and then once I'm through modifying the greenhouse, then I can go on and get them planted. I can go on and plant right now and have my garden going, and then get that that second room, that'll be next on the list. After I finish off the living room here, I'll be moving on to that second room once I get those seedlings and garden, all that stuff cleared out of there. Because once that table and shelf is out of there, it'll be a lot more room for me to move around. I can get to my prep cabinet again, all that stuff. So I want to get that cleaned out, and I want to rotate the preps and all that. And then I have preps in that closet, and I need to clean that closet out. And so it's going to be just work all summer long. Okay, so I'm going to get off of here. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll be watching y'all's today. I watched, let's see, who have I watched thus far? I've watched Renee thus far, and I've watched, I think, Cricket Peach. So I've got to come on and look and see everybody else's today. So look for me to respond and give you a like and all that. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.